Alright, hi. It's the second day of my vlog challenge, and day 2 is going to be my favorite book, song, movie, artist, TV show, website, and color. You guys will learn in this video that I'm a very indecisive person. So we'll start with my favorite book. It is this book here. It is When I Was Older by Garrett Fryman Wire. Can't say her name at all. Fryman Wire. And yeah, it's such a good book. I read it the first time in school when I was 13. I just bought it this year actually because I loved it so much, and I read it again and I'm like, yeah, my favorite book by far. I have lots of books I've enjoyed, but this one hits a nerve. And so what it is this is Sophie right here. And Sophie's brother died years, like over 8 years I believe before the book began. And her brother Erhard, he died when he was 8 due to leukemia. And yeah, it's just, I mean, and she has to try, like, she can't remember a damn thing. Well, she can remember stuff, but she has to really try hard to think and to remember and to honor his memory. I'm just going to read the back of it, and it's, I am a wretched daughter, a non-existent girlfriend, and a sister who can't remember one tiny thing about her brother. So that's this little part here. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But, yeah, because her father is friggin', he's out of the picture. Like, he's not out of the picture, but he's an ass. And her mom has a new boyfriend who has a son around her age. He's a little bit older than her. And they kind of fall in love, which kind of be tabooed a little, I guess. But, I mean, I wouldn't classify that as incest or anything. But, yeah, just really damn good book, which I can relate to well. Because, first of all, she's, like, really into school. I'm really into school. She doesn't want to get a boyfriend because she's afraid she gets a boyfriend, she's going to turn into some dumb girl who cares about makeup and hair. And it's not that I'm not like that, but I can understand really wanting to be focused on school and not having distractions. I'm in that state right now. Yeah, and I'm missing the whole point of the book, but that's a really good part. Now, I said that's my favorite book. However, there is a second book that I would love to share, and that is this book, Exit Here by Jason Myers. I'm just going to read this little part right here, not the whole thing. So anyway, enter apathy. Travis is back from school for the summer, and he's just starting to settle into the usual pattern at home. Drinking, drugging, watching porn, and hooking up. And then there's more. In this book, my God, if you've ever even had a taste of drug culture in your life, you will love this book. It can possibly change your life. If you're hard into drugs, read this book, because you realize, like, I mean, I was so emotional at the end of this book, because this book, it is a metaphor for drug culture, I swear, because the entire book, you're reading, and it's riveting, it's exciting, you just want to keep turning the page, and it's just so, like, oh my God, what's going to happen next, and then at the end, you're just so depressed, because you're like, I don't want to give it away for anyone who wants to read it, but there's a lot of death and dead ends, and you realize that, I mean, I'm not saying that the drug culture is a dead-end state or anything, because, I mean, I know tons of people who've been into heavy drugs and straighten their life out, similar to what Travis does in the end of this book. Quite similar. But, I mean, yeah, if you've been into that life where it's just sex and drugs, which I had a taste of when I was, like, younger, then you will totally be into this book insanely. It's awesome. Left me really emotional at the end, kind of left me questioning things. It could change your life if you wanted it to. You'd have to be kind of a strong person to read this book, I guess. There's some death, there's some gnarly sex scenes. I want to read one really badly, actually, but, you know, that'd be kind of like plagiarism. I do not have permission to read this book on the internet, but it is really good. Do not judge a book by its cover, because there is some swimming. There's a diving board. There is some swimming in this book, but not really. So yeah, awesome book, and that gnarly sex scene. Oh, if you're into erotica, just buy this book to read that sex scene, because it starts out as let's climb to the top of the tornado slide and fuck, and it just gets better from there. And yeah, so it's a pretty good book. So those are my two pretty favorite books at the time, and I've already wasted 5 minutes talking about books because I love books. And now, my favorite song. Very indecisive here. I've always loved the song Hurt by Johnny Cash, Cold by Crossfade. Right now, I'm really into the song Moment for Life by Nicki Minaj featuring Drake. I really like the song Life Won't Wait by Ozzy Osbourne, and there's tons of other songs that I'm into. Eminem, like the entire Recovery album, yes, not to mention pretty much any Eminem song, actually. I just happen to have the Recovery album in my stereo right now. Michael Jackson, hell yes. Any country song, really, any song. I'm into all songs, but I have certain ones that I do like better than other ones. So, yeah. Favorite movie? I just kind of grabbed a handful of movies that I love off my shelf. I have a huge shelf of movies. So these are a few that I'm into. So we'll start with Michael Jackson's This Is It. Whoa, good. Virgin Territory. This is like kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like tits and ass, but does have a storyline to it. It's like set in 14th century Florence, Italy, right around the time of the plague, actually, and just good movie. If you are comfortable with seeing the tits and ass of women, like I'm comfortable in my sexuality, you know, it's good, really. Oh, What a Girl Wants, that's just, you know, a feel-good movie, classic. Really, kind of something everyone has to see in their life. Oh, speaking of classics, Mean Girls. If you have not seen Mean Girls, I will FedEx this to you right now because classic movie right here. Just beautiful movie. Best movie ever, honestly. I can quote the whole thing if I wanted to. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Just hilarious movie, not to mention, I mean, you know, it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it, like, makes fun of gay rights, if it supports gay rights. That's hard to say. It depends on where you stand in that area to really judge this movie. I highly support gay rights, but, just a good movie. Like, I don't know. I don't even know why I brought gay rights into this. But, yeah. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Just hilarious movie. Great way to cheat the government, man. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another classic. This is on VHS. That proves how long I've had this movie. I remember the day I bought this. So I was in Ontario, not here. So yeah, beautiful movie. God, classic. Words don't even describe how I feel about that movie. What else do I have? A Cinderella Story. Oh my God. If this could happen to me, my life would be complete. This kind of did, actually. I had a little secret texting guy, and I'm running out of time on my memory card. I have to get through this. Okay. Austin Powers, Goldmember. Classic movie. I'll FedEx this to you as well if you have not seen this, because you have to see it. I think the first time I saw it, I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7. When did it come out? It doesn't matter because I'm running out of time. Okay, I might add a second part to this video if I have to. This is the favorite movie, the most recent favorite movie. Music and lyrics. I don't just like it because Hugh Grant's in it, but he is a plus. English accent, British accent. Oh. So yeah. That's the end of the favorite movies. Alright. Favorite artist? I don't really have a favorite artist. I mean, we could go like Eminem, Lil Wayne, Michael Jackson, that area, and then bands like Doc Walker, and Dierks Bentley. I don't know. A lot of artists I like, actually. Too many to name off right now, and I have a minute left. Wow. Favorite TV show? You know what? I'm rushing, so I'm gonna come back and make a second part to this video. So, I'll be back.